Hi folks, just got back from the Kendal record fair. Had quite a successful time there, got lots of goodies. Hit the cheapo bins heavily, £2 to £5, a lot of these. Picked up all of this stack, I think 19 albums in total. So I thought I'd just come on and show you quickly what I bought. Obviously not cleaned these or listened to them yet, but let's go through them. And first off, we have Roxy Music with their 5th album, Siren. This was from 1975 and is probably the end of the road for me with Roxy. I mean, I was never a big fan on Avalon and the albums that came after this, far too smooth. But this includes the great single Love Is the Drug. And it's got great, like the custom labels on them, echoing the cover. So I was pleased to pick that up. That now probably, like I say, completes my Roxy Music collection. Second up was this one, Santana Z-Bop from 1981. Now I'm a massive Santana fan for the early stuff up to about Moonflower. After that they can be a bit hit and miss. This one I've never heard, so I'm not sure where I'm getting with this, but for a couple of quid you can't argue. Custom labels again, Z-Bop. So hoping that will be worthwhile. Excuse me, I'll put this back. Two. Next, I was pleased to find this one. Okay. Gary Newman's The Pleasure Principle, I think his 3rd album from 1979. This features the great hit single Cars on it. His band. And I think this was on Beggar's Banquet. So this is the first Gary Newman album I've had on either vinyl or CD, to be honest. So pleased to get that for a couple of quid. Next up, Steelers Wheel with Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan. I think this is their 2nd album, Fergusley Park, from, when's it from? I don't know, you get nice inner sleeves. This features, I think, the hit single Star. I think that was the hit up from this album. Again, nice labels. Oops, get them the right way round. Does it tell you on here what year it was? Must be early mid-70s. But it doesn't say. Produced by Lieber and Stoller. Anyway, so should be a good one. Next two by the same band, and that's Wishbone Ash. A big Wishbone Ash fan up to There's the Rub. The later stuff I am not really au fait with, but again I think they can be a bit hit and miss. This is their 1976 album, Locked In. It's appropriate for these times. On MCA, and followed that up with the 1977 album, Front Page News. I'm hoping these will be good. These are from the Laurie Weisfield era of the band, which produced my favourite Wishbone Ash album, which is There's the Rub. Next, we have Poco. I like Poco. Nice bit of country rock, and this is their Head Over Heels album, which I think was from 1975, I think, if I'm right. Yeah, 1975 on the ABC label. I never really understood why the Eagles made it so big and Poco didn't, but well worth having. Next up, another Brand X album for my collection. This is their 1982 album, Is There Anything About? On CBS. And this one features the lineup of Phil Collins on drums, Percy Jones on bass, John Giblin on bass as well, Robin Lumley on keyboards, and Peter Robinson keyboards, and John Goodsall guitar. So looking forward to giving that a listen. Then, because I bought a few albums from one guy, he did me a deal on those, and he threw in the 3 I'd picked from his cheapo bin in for free, for nothing. So can't argue with that. First one was the 3rd Bothy Band album. Now I love the Bothy Band. I've got the first 2, but this 3rd one I never had. It's on Polydor. Bothy Band were the band that features people like Donald Lummy, Matt Malloy, Kevin Burke, Paddy Keenan. Superb musicians. Excellent Irish folk music. So that was for nothing. And the next 2 were also free, and they're by Jean Redpath with Abby Newton. This is her album Father Adam. It's a US pressing on the Philo label. Now I've heard of, obviously, of Jean Redpath. I always thought she was American, but she was Scottish, but I think she spent quite a lot of her life in America. But I don't think I've ever heard anything by her, so I'm looking forward to giving this a listen. On this one, she does Sir Patrick Spens, that Fairpod did, and The Trooper and the Maid, which I think, did Steel Eye do that one? But that should be a good one. It's just her on vocal and guitar, Abby Newton on cello, and Jay Ungar on fiddle. And this other one by Jean Redpath with Abby Newton, Lowlands, again on the Philo label. Bit of a different label on this one. So again, I don't know most of these songs. Bonnie at Morn, yeah. Rose of Allendale, I think I've heard. But no, I'm looking forward to that. I like folk music. I think these could be very good. Next on to probably some of the more interesting stuff. And one to add to my Jethro Tull collection. This is Heavy Horses. I think the second in their sort of folk prog trilogy. Started with Songs from the Wood. Excellent stuff. With a lyric sheet on Chrysalis. I was really pleased to find that. I think this was only a £5. So it's gotta be good. And then we have Rory Gallagher with Taste. This is their second album on the boards, again on Polydor. Really pleased to find that. Can't go wrong with a bit of Rory. And sticking with the British blues, we have 10 Years After with their 6th or 7th album, I can't remember now. What? I'll have me a bit of 10 Years After. Love that in the cover. So that, I'm really pleased to find that. And next up we have the Flaming Groovies with what purports to be Teenage Head. That's gives it's a double album, and it's actually the Teenage Head album itself on disc 1, and funnily enough on disc 2 is the album from the year before, Flamingo. This is the first Flaming Groovies I've had on vinyl. I've got a couple of CDs. In fact, I think I've got both of these albums on CD. Excellent band, the Flaming Groovies. So pleased to find that. And then we go to four US pressings of albums, which I was really pleased to get. This is Blues, Rags and Hollers by Spider John Kerner, Dave Snaker Ray and Tony Littleson Glover. Brilliant acoustic blues. This is on Elektra. According to the notes on the back here, it was originally issued in a limited edition on the audiophile label in the summer of '63. They were picked up then by Elektra, so this is the first Elektra pressing, again from '63. I've heard some tracks from this on an Elektra box set, and it's really good. Pleased to get that. Then we have Gary Puckett and the Union Gap with, I think it's their first album, Incredible. Don't know really what to expect with it. I obviously know one or two of their singles, but I think this could be a really good album. It's on the Columbia 2i label. We then have The Spirit of '67 by Paul Revere and the Raiders, my first of their albums. Cover's a bit, has some bit of water damage. I don't know the album at all, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm hoping for good things. Again, on the Columbia 2i. And we end up with the fourth of the US pressings, and this is 96 Tears by Question Mark and the Mysterians, their first album, which includes their, obviously the big hit 96 Tears. Looking forward to listening to this, and this is on the Cameo label. I don't think I've got anything on that label. That should be good. So that's what I managed to pick up. Very successful trip. It's nothing worse than making a 150-mile round trip and finding nothing to buy. But never happens. Can always find something. So that's it. Next one's pretty soon. They used to be every 2 months. The next one's actually the second May bank holiday. So we'll be making another trip. By then I might have got through some of these. Right, thank you very much. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's a lovely sunny day here in Cumbria. so that made it even better. Everybody else, enjoy the weekend, enjoy your week, and I will see you soon. Take care.